Hello everyone. How do you promote yourself on social media? Today I'm going to show you making of self-promotional video in easy and quick way using Photoshop. So let's get started. Okay, so I opened my selfie and then I'm going to reduce the size of this photo into 600 pixel by 600 pixel because I'm going to upload it onto my Instagram. So first, please choose your crop tool in your Photoshop, and then once you choose your crop tool, you may have maybe different settings. Please choose width and height and resolution in drop-down menu, so we can lock the size. So please make sure 600 pixel and 600 pixel and 72. One thing is, if you do not insert the put the unit, it may crop it into a 600 inch by 600 inches, which is a humongous, maybe billboard size. Please make sure pixel unit. Okay, so I'm going to crop it somewhere. I did it already. Here, and then once you're done, hit the return key. So that's the size I need, 600 by 600 and 72 dpi. Then next thing is, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to delete my background image by using pen tool. There are a lot of different ways, but let me use a pen tool. So first, let me unlock my layer, and then where's my pen tool? Pen tool. Okay. Then the way of using pen tool is pretty. I hope that you are familiar with this. So I'm going to start from here. And for the curve, drag it, release, hold down the option, and cut your handler. And just keep going until you go all around and make sure you're closing in here. So I will fast forward this process. Okay, so once you're done with your path, make sure this is a closed path. And now open Path panel and click on this drop-down menu, this hamburger button, and choose the Make selection. I'm not going to insert any feather radius option, so say OK. Now I'm selecting just myself, and then I'm going to delete my background image by inverse the selection. So now I'm selecting everything but myself. Then let me check in my layers. Hit the delete key. So now I got transparent background. So this is 100%. So my plan is, once I have my transparent background and myself, this image, I'm going to replace my background image, something related to myself, my cultural background, and my favorite things, or any abstract images. And also I'm going to apply some effect on myself. So the first background image I'm going to use to show you is this one. This is a Korean, very first Korean, and I'm going to use it as my background because I'm from South Korea. So let me select all, let me copy, and let me paste it into my background. And I'm going to move around, maybe something like this. So I'm okay with that. And for myself, try anything, maybe like under filter or under images adjustment. So for example, in filter, let me try pixelate, for example, and then maybe color halftone. Okay, maybe something like this. Or you can play with anything you like under filters menu and stylize and find edges. Just play anything. So once you're done, it is okay, but it's a kind of a blending to the background, so I want to have some more effect on it, like outer glow on my portrait, on my torso. Normal, in black. Spread more, bigger, a little bit less intense. Okay, so I'm okay with that. So in this way, I created about 10 different images. This, all different effect. And we're going to combine into one image. So it's going to be like the kind of a really fast, really quick animation. Okay. So save all your files. So once you have your image like this, it will have multiple layers like this. So please save individual image as a JPEG so we can flatten multiple layers into one layer. Then we can start from there. So I have my very first one. Okay, so this is my first image. So next step is once you have your first, and then please open all other 9s, so 10 different images. Then let me select my second one, select all, Command A or Control A, and copy, Command C or Control C. And let me go back to my first one and paste it, Command V or Control V. So I have 2. So in the same way, I'm going to stack all images into one into this file. So there will be 10 different layers. So let me do that first real quick. Okay, excuse me. So let me put my layers panel here. So I have the 10 different layers. Let me unlock my bottom layer. Okay, so I have 10 layers. Next step is, in order to make this as a kind of a linear animation, playing from layer 0, my bottom layer, to my very top layer, go to Windows menu and then save and open timeline. Once you open timelines panel, it will ask you to choose type of your animation. So there's a drop down menu. Create video timeline or create frame animation. Let's choose create frame animation and click on this button. Okay, now we just need to add frames now. So first thing is you have to compare your timeline's frame to your layers panel. So on frame number 1, I just need to see my very bottom layers only. Okay, so let me hide all other top layers. Okay, so on frame number 1, I'm viewing my layer 0, which is my very first layer, bottom layer. The same way, on frame number 2, I'm supposed to present the second layer from the bottom, this one. So in order to do that, the way of doing is, in timeline, you're gonna see that plus button here. So it will duplicate your current selection, your current frame number 1. So click. So I have frame number 2. But now frame 1, frame number 2, exactly the same images. So on frame number 1, I'm seeing layer 0. On frame number 2, I'm supposed to see layer 1. So let me hide this and let me make this one visible. So does it make sense? Let me do the same thing, same process for frame number 3. So frame number 2 is highlighted. Let me duplicate it. On frame number 3, I want to show layer 2. Same way, frame number 4, next layer, next, 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 next. I have 2 more. Next, and the last. Okay, so we're done. It's so easy and quick. excuse me. So on your bottom of your timelines panel, you're gonna see that play button, so we can preview it. See? Isn't it cool? It's a kind of a fast, but it's a, I don't know, maybe it's an old video movie, music videos, like an MTV style. Okay, so we can use that, and then also we can save it as a two different file format. One as animated GIF, and another one as an MP4. So we can upload onto Instagram. So let me, excuse me, let me stop. So first thing is I'm going to save it for web. I mean the for as an animated GIF file. So go to File, Save, Export, and save it for web. Choose that. I'm going to choose GIF because this GIF animation, all the sequences has to be saved as animated GIF file. And then let me save it. Make sure this is a GIF. I'm not gonna change anything. Save it to, yep, my selfie. I'm going to save it as a selfie underscore final as a GIF. Okay. Let me check my folder. Where's my folder? Okay, here, selfie. Yeah, selfie final. Let me play it. So it keeps playing. Some benefits of a animated GIF file is it plays on any device, any platform, any web browsers without any plugin file. So this animated GIF file, this technique is a kind of one of the most primitive techniques of animation. So this is the one. Now I'm going to export this as an MP4 file so I can use it for like Instagram. So go to File, Export again, choose Render Video, selfie underscore final dot mp4, and then my folder will be not in here. I'm going to save it in this folder, in my new folder, selfie final, and choose it. Format H.264, YouTube HD 720 and 29 frame rate, and I'm not gonna change, and just render. It is processing, so it is done. Let me check. There's an MP4 file. It's even faster. Okay, but in Instagram, as you know, it will just keep repeating, will looping. Okay, so let me show you the posting this image, this video on my what is that? On my Instagram account. Before I do that, let me show one more thing. So this animation looks okay, but if you want to have some more like a smoother transition between each frame, what you can do is select your first one and the second two frames, and then click on this drop down menu, the hamburger button. Choose twin. Twin, I guess you're familiar now with this terminology, twin, motion twin, shape twin. So twinning is a kind of the animation term. So it generates certain numbers of a frame between two keyframes. So between frame number 1 and frame number 2 now. And then you can insert the other numbers of frames you want to add. I'm going to add just 2 more frames. So let me say OK. You see that? Kind of a crossing, fading in and out. I can do the same thing between 4 and 5, between the second and the third image. And where are you? Twin. Okay. So if you play it, you can see the difference. See? So between 1 and 2, between second and the third image, It's a kind of a little bit smoother. Okay, so that's gonna be it, and then I'm going to show you how to export, how to post it on the Instagram. Okay, so here's my MP4 file. I'm going to post this on my Instagram. So let me share. Right click, or hold down the control key, share airdrop. So I'm going to airdrop to my iPhone. Okay, I'm going to accept it. Yep, so it is done. Okay, so I airdropped my video in my cell phone. So I'm going to upload it on my Instagram. So let me close it and open my Instagram and add new. Okay, and next, and the next, and share. Okay, so it keeps playing. Isn't it nice? So yeah, so this is kind of really quick and easy way of making your self-promotional video using Photoshop. So thanks for watching and see you next time.